This is the Jaguar XF. This particular one is the XF S, which has got the 3 litre petrol supercharged V6 with 340 horsepower. I asked Jaguar if I could test this one because the diesels and the 5 litre supercharged get all the headlines, and this one seems to be pretty much ignored. So I wanted to find out what it was like. It's a pretty beautiful car. Ian Callum's team have done a cracking job. It was actually Ford money that allowed Jaguar to develop the XF, but it was Tata's hands-off management that allowed them to finish it and get it to market. It's quite large. It's as big as a 5 Series or an E-Class. It's a prettier car than either of them though. It's an absolutely superb car to drive. I've just had a Subaru BRZ for a week. Completely different proposition to that. The driving experience is more insulated than a BRZ, but that's because it's heavier. The steering is typical Jag, oily smooth. The engine, it doesn't make a huge amount of noise, but it's got plenty of poke. It does 30 miles to the gallon, and it's got humongous amounts of torque, 340 horsepower, and to be honest, you don't need more than this engine in this car. It'll do 0 to 60 in 5.6 seconds, and I've tested that. It's dead easy. You want to keep the traction control on, put it on dynamic mode to stiffen up the suspension. If you're going on some fast flowing A roads, you get a little bit of body roll if you tilt into a corner at speed. But it's superb to drive. It is. In its class, with its size, with its weight, it's as good as any Mercedes, Jaguar, better than an Audi. Sorry, Mercedes and BMW. Inside, it's an absolute treat. It's leather everything. Really nice tactile materials. Jaguar build just the best. The seats, obviously all electric. I got comfortable in these seats in about 5 seconds, whereas some cars I have for a week, it takes forever. It's got this setup here, which you find in most Jaguars nowadays. Electronic parking brake. You never know whether it's on or off. Start, stop. Keys in my pocket. Just about caught the end of that. I do like that. It's a bit gimmicky. The vents coming up. This is aluminium in this car. I mean, this car costs £50,450. It's also got a few options, but as you can see, it looks superb. Little things like this. That's great. Quite a few storage bits and bobs. Got a 12-volt socket in there. You can connect your phone to the radio, but it does it by Bluetooth. Music. Chewing gum in there. Yes, it will play music with Bluetooth if you want it to. The interior's just as lovely, really. Look at that. Lots of leg room. I'm 5'10", and I've got the seat almost as far back as it'll go. As in any of these cars, you've got a vent in the back and 12-volt in the back for your kids when they've got their devices plugged into it. The boot's pretty enormous. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at a few of the toys. It's an 8-speed ZF gearbox, which works as any other, really, as good as any other, really. It's got these flappy pedals here. I do wish they were not plastic. The same pedals that you find on the XK. I do wish they weren't plastic. This is the same as in most other Jags, and it works well. It works really well. You've got sat nav, which works by postcode, which is really good. Got digital radio, connects to your phone for phone calls or music. You can change various things to do with the seats. You've also got a few manual controls here. You can shortcut to phone, a menu, or the nav screen. Yeah, absolutely love this car. I've got no faults with it whatsoever. I've been driving it almost for a week, and I have yet to find fault with it, really. I haven't done an economy run. I will when I do my written report. He reckons it's 30 miles to the gallon. I reckon it's probably going to be nearer 25. The braking's pretty superb. That's a rear brake. It's not so huge, is it, the disc? Let's have a look at the front. There we go, that's why the braking's good. Very big discs. That's the Jaguar XF. Thoroughly recommend this car. Great.